Number basis. Lesson 3. Conversion including fractions. Conversion including fractions. So lesson 3 is about conversion including fractions. So we take example on lesson 3. This example reads, convert 101.011 verse 2 to a number in verse 10. Convert 101.011 verse 2 to a number in verse 10. Solution steps. The first step here is that you have to expand the power. The first step is you have to expand the number in the power of the given base. Expand the number in the power of the given base. Expand the number. This is the given number 101.011 verse 2. So you have to expand this in the power of this base. This is the major method here. The second step is simplification. Just after expansion, you simplify. Solution working. This is the given number 101.011 verse 2. We are expanding this number in the power of the base. The first digit by the left here is 1. And to expand this one in the power of this base 2, we have to multiply this one by that base and raise it to power 2. We are raising it to power 2 because this digit 1 that we are expanding is the third digit here. That is it. The third place digit. This is the first place, the digit in the first place value. This is the digit in the second place value. This is the digit in the third place value. And this being the digit in the third place value, we are expanding it in the power of the base by multiplying it by the base and raising it to power 2 because it occupies the third place value. So the expansion of this first digit by the left, which occupies the third place value before the point, is 1 times 2 raised to power 2. We will add that now to the next expansion. We are expanding this 0 in the power of the base. The 0 occupies the second place value. So when we are expanding this 0 in the power of the base, we raise the base to power 1. Because this is the second place value, we raise the power to power 1. So when we now expand that digit, we multiply that digit by the base raised to power 1, since it occupies the second place value. Now the third digit here, that is from the left, occupies the first place value after and before the point. The first place value before the point. So when we want to expand this one, the one here, its expansion will be, we multiply it by this base 2 raised to power 0. Since it's occupying the first place value, we multiply it by the base raised to power 0. So this is the expansion of this one, the third digit from the left, which is the one that occupying the first place value before the point. So we are finished with the whole number part of this number. So we come to the fraction part, that is after the point. After the point, 0 occupies the first place value. So when we are expanding this 0, we now multiply it by 2, which is the base, raised to power minus 1. It is minus because it is after the point, that is fraction. This is fraction actually. So it's fraction. Being the first place value, we multiply it by the base, which is 2, raised to power minus 1. So the expansion of this 0 which occupies the first place value after the point, is that 0 times the base 2 raised to power minus 1. Now the second place value after the point is 1, and we are expanding this one by multiplying it by the base 2 raised to power minus 2, because it is minus 2 because it's occupying the second place value after the point. So the expansion is 1 times 2 raised to power minus 2. It is minus 2 because this 1 occupies the second place value after the point. The next digit after the point is the second one here, which is the last digit in the number, and it is 1. So we expand this one by multiplying it by 2 raised to power minus 3. This 2 is raised to power minus 3 because, or the base, which is the 2, is raised to power minus 3 because the digit we are expanding occupies the third place value after the point. It's decimal, it's a fraction. So that is why in expanding the third digit after the point, which is occupying the third place value after the point, we multiply it. This one, this is the one, this last one is the same one here, multiplied by 2 raised to power minus 3. 2 is the base, and we raise that base to power minus 3 because the number we are expanding occupies the third place value after the point. So this is the expansion. 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0 plus 0 times 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 3. Then after that we now simplify. All of this is simplification. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. That 4 times 1 is 4. 2 raised to power 1 is 1. 2 raised to power 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 raised to power 0 is 1. That 1 times 1 is this one. 2 raised to power minus 1 is actually half, 1 over 2. That 1 over 2 times 0 is this 0. 2 raised to power minus 2 is 1 over 4. 1 over 4 times 1 is this 1 over 4. 2 raised to power minus 3 is 1 over 8. 1 over 8 times 1 is this 1 over 8. So this is the first line of the simplification. So in the whole number side, we have 4 plus 0 plus 1. 4 plus 0 plus 1 is 5. Then in the fraction side, we have 0 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. This is 0. So 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. Take LCM and work this off. Plot or put this inside your calculator and calculate 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. Answer will give you 3 over 8. So 5 plus 3 over 8 is 5 whole number 3 over 8. And then to write this in decimal form, that is in base 10 that we are asked to do, we have to change this to decimal. So to change this to decimal, you can plug this inside into your calculator and find the decimal, and it's going to give you 5.37